let you in on an aspect of the world that you're not normally accustomed to.
I could have been a totally different person.
Yeah, right now.
Since 12 hours ago.
Could have been wearing a business suit today. Who knows?
With a fanny pack.
With a fanny pack. Just classing up the joint.
That's a fantastic idea.
It's the only kind of ideas I have, sir.
It's Corner House Chronicles Day.
It's just different enough.
And here's the kicker, boss. They're all the same personality.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1.5 million asshole penguins.
Best part.
I'm going to try and pace it out, so just as you forget about me, I'll just pop in and remind you.
All right. Ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready?
I'm always ready.
Let's do this. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Corner House Chronicles. This is episode 57. I am John.
I'm Jason.
And with us tonight,
It's Marty City.
Marty Sheedy's here. Super excited about this one. I know we had like 2 weeks ago you weren't feeling too well.
Yeah.
Right.
We had to push it off, but
Yeah, no,
You made it.
Yeah, everything's
Awesome.
Good. Feeling
Awesome.
good.
super excited because you just told me I can ask you some questions, and I got a few.
I got some too.
First, I want to start off with this is the Marty that we're raising the money for to save my afro.
This is true.
And I really appreciate it. That's
Oh,
awesome.
of course, of course. It's funny is I wanted to do this, and
All summer long.
yeah, right. I've been growing for a year now, and I really wanted to donate, raise some money, do something. You know, it's the season. I've been trying to do that the older I get, and I was like, man, I don't trust a lot of charities because you never know where the money's gonna go, right? But I know you.
Yeah.
We have
yeah.
history. We've been friends a long time, so I know things are on the up and up. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, we got to go there.
And just everything at perfect timing.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
kind of aligned
Yeah.
perfectly.
So it's Project Scissorgate Foundation.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with that title?
Project Scissorgate. Well, Scissorgate is the medical term for the way that I walk.
Okay.
I walk like a pair of scissors.
Like a pair of scissors. Okay.
And-
That makes sense.
If I tried to walk straight-legged, I had no balance, and I walk like a pinwheel, and I can't go anywhere,
Really?
and it's really hard. And I wouldn't be able to walk from here to my car.
Right.
It would take me 5-10
Hours.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
geez.
Okay.
But like and hard, and it just wouldn't be good. But
Yeah.
I got some related. I can run,
Stressful just to-
dance. And I learned how to do that on my own when I was little.
So you were born.
Yeah, so I have two medical conditions,
Okay.
and they're both extremely rare.
Okay.
One is called arthrogryposis, and arthrogryposis, it's a condition of the joints and muscles,
Okay.
but it's a series of different conditions. There's 400 genetic types of arthroposis.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And the two main ones are distal and amnioplasia. Like, so those are, and they affect people differently. So everyone with arthroposis basically is affected differently.
Oh, wow.
And it affects
Wow.
the joints and the muscles. Like, the way I was affected is I had club feet when I was born.
Okay.
I could play golf with my feet. And actually, funny story, I got to do that one time.
Oh, really?
The Detroit Lions for a charity event.
Did you win?
Me and my dad. I just hit it around little, but it was fun. And then I had surgery to straighten my feet out. I had scoliosis. So
Okay.
when I was in seventh grade, they did a spinal fusion, and they put a metal rod in and corrected that.
Oh, wow.
Because they said if I didn't, I would be in a wheelchair. And then ultimately, like, my lungs and I just wouldn't be dead.
Progressively
Yeah,
get worse and worse.
yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
Oh, no.
So I had that, and then my hands were clubbed when I was born, but I didn't have surgery. They weren't able to break them, and I have full movement of my hands. A lot of people with arthroposis are affected in the other parts of their body.
Yeah.
so the hands are not straight. It just, like I said, it's a range of joint contraction. So
Okay.
it
Okay.
could be in any kind of position.
Wow.
Meaning,
And like you said, it affects everyone differently.
Different.
So
and when I was born at Hutzel Hospital in Detroit, and they rushed me to an underground tunnel, the children's hospital.
okay.
And they told my mom and dad I was misdiagnosed with, well, no, they didn't tell me. They told my mom and dad I had what was called Hoffman's disease.
Mm-hmm.
And Walden-Hoffman's disease is a condition where I wouldn't live past the age of 2. And if I did, I would have no like motor function and
Right.
stuff like that, and then ultimately pass away.
Okay. That's what they told
And
your
that's
parents.
What they told my parents. And obviously that was a misdiagnosis. But now, all of these years later, like we were like, oh my God, that was so wrong. How, like, that was bad. But I met with the top genetic, also they put this researcher at this meeting this past summer. And she told me, when I told her that, she's like, oh yeah, I could very well see back in 1986 why they would diagnose you with the way you look and were that it was Walden-Hoffman's.
Yeah.
So they weren't actually wrong or mischievous, like this was their knowledge. And also they posted it back then.
Right.
But
Nobody knew what they know
Yeah,
now.
with
Right.
technology
Yeah.
the way it is, and
Yeah. Modern
Wait,
research
yeah.
now is developed so quickly too.
And the power of the internet. Like a new
Yeah.
mom can go online and find a support group and all of these adults and all
Which
of
is
these
awesome.
awesome people that also they post that's living phenomenal lives.
so they
saying,
don't feel
"Oh,
like it's
wow."
just them. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
this
people
is
ask
that.
questions, and just like you said, a support group. Like,
Yeah, and that's huge because my mom and dad they just went on intuition and hoped to find the right doctors.
Right.
So that is also they post this. Prune belly syndrome, it's a whole nother, there's only 1,500 people living in the United States with prune belly syndrome.
Really?
Only like 50% of it mostly affects males, and only
Okay.
50% of prune belly people live past the age of 2.
Wow.
Because prune belly syndrome, it's a lack of abdominal muscle. So, like, I had a tummy tuck type surgery to correct that, and that affects everyone completely differently. Fortunately for me, for that, I had the tummy tuck. I had an enlarged bladder. I had undescended testes, so they had to burn those down. And just recently, I had the kidney transplant due to the prune belly syndrome. But
All
people-
these years later.
yeah.
Wow.
And I know someone at prune belly who's 42. His name is Sloan Mulligan, and he's had 3 transplants by the time he is 42.
oh wow.
And so it's an intense and an aggressive condition.
Okay.
So that's a whole nother, and I've
So you have that one, and that's rare,
Very
and then the
Extremely.
other one is rare, and
Yeah.
you got both.
that I've But I was affected just enough, I feel, to be affected and had to deal with all of these challenges to be able to overcome them. But I feel like that's my purpose. Like this is why I'm born, to be able to be healthy enough and able enough to travel and to network and to share along with these other people within our community to get the word about also the folks that's in prune belly.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of doctors now that we have this technology and we know these things, and in birth they diagnosed it with trisomy 18. Also, they posted it anyway. And trisomy 18 is like not compatible with life, genetic thing.
Okay.
But really, it's also they posted it.
That's what it. Okay.
And most, not all, but now they're seeing more meat on this journey that we took in June. We interviewed over 40 families, and a lot of those families said that they at first adopted said it was trisomy 18. So it's a really interesting new development that now once you attack that part, then I feel even more people that also they felt that will be born until there's something in the future.
Yeah. Wow, that's really cool. It's
is.
cool that you share that and that you're able to do this. That's so cool, you know.
Yeah, and Pumbali syndrome, I never really felt associated with it. Mainly, because I never had the urinary tract infections. I never had a lot of the challenges that these other people until my kidney transplant. And it really made me realize, wow, this is truly just another part of my journey to feel. And I wasn't supposed to be on dialysis. But then, me and my friend Drew, our kidneys didn't end up. I turned into a mutant and my antibodies changed.
Oh, wow.
So then he wasn't a match for me. Because he was a perfect match at the time.
I didn't know that could switch like that.
It's very rare, but it happens. But then,
You are a very rare person.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
And at that time, I wasn't going to need dialysis. And then my surgery was supposed to be January 2nd. And then it got delayed, but my friend Drew still said it's called a parent donation. Mm-hmm. So he donated his kidney to a lady in Georgia, and that person's fiance donated his kidney to me.
Whoa.
And that's intense in itself. Because
no kidding.
It could have came from anywhere.
Yeah.
But it was that person's fiance.
Wow. Have you met them people yet?
No.
No.
I've been trying to make contact, and it's a process.
Oh, yeah.
Like the diff of the life, and so I'm still trying to do that. Oh, can you silent? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Yep.
I just went silent.
Wow. Holy cow. That's intense, man.
That's so crazy.
And that's just the beginning of your story, right? I mean, there's been so much since.
That's the foreword of the book. Welcome to chapter 1.
Have you thought about writing a book?
Oh, yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been keeping notes, and I had journals, and I have on my plane. I keep everything, but I don't want to do it now because there's a whole another 10 years that from now at full health that I'm going to be able to accomplish and do that I want to put in there. So down the road, that.
So the transplant it's opened up like where you wouldn't have been able to go certain places before. Now you're going to be able to.
Well, not just new life at that. And if I didn't have a transplant, I wouldn't. My kidney declined kind of really fast within 2 years. 2.5 years. So I was healthy, and then boom.
Yeah.
So, and I was doing all of these things and traveling and stuff before. But now, with the transplant, I can travel it into the not on dialysis. And, but it was awesome because I didn't, after the transplant got delayed, and I was waiting for the call for, the parent donation. I'm like, well, you can travel and do dialysis while you travel. Ooh, and my uncle lives in Arizona. So but I went to Arizona, and I did dialysis. I had a rental car, and I did dialysis when I was in Tunein. So I was able to travel and still.
That's cool.
And then I got the phone call while I was out there.
Oh, really?
That
wow.
And then
That's
they
so
had
cool.
a date. I came home. I got the flipping flu. I was in the hospital for 8 days. They had to cancel that date for that surgery. They made another one. I went home. Started it better. I had an ear infection. They
Man.
had to cancel that next day, and they said, okay, we're going to wait a month. And then finally, June 2nd of a year and a half ago
Yeah.
is when the transplant was.
Wow.
So that was a journey and a test of faith in
Yeah.
my ability to mind of that positive attitude always, and what I always preach to others, I really had to fully feel. And then I did every day. I'm like in dialysis, I was always like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get it done. And this is part of my journey.
Just something I have to do right now.
Because
so,
now
yeah.
I know what other prune belly people have went through, and then now a whole nother level of thousands of people that don't have prune belly, that just had a kidney transplant, and
Yeah.
what that does to them.
How long did it take you off your feet? Like the recovery
About
time?
Afterwards, I was at my mom and dad's for like 2 months, and then like 6 months full recovery, but I was like back out and doing things a little bit in like 4.
Yeah.
And then in last February and March, I traveled for the first time after post.
That had to be a great feeling.
It was incredible. But, and it's really weird because now when I travel, I have to wear a mask. And I'm a social person. I always used to talk to everyone in the airport, like, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
What's your story?
Yeah.
But now it's really weird because when I wear a mask, I feel like that soulless handicapped person, like, because like I'm really smiling, like here you
Yeah, but
looking at me, but
Yeah.
you can't tell.
Yeah.
So it's a weird dynamic, but it's whatever because that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
And that just let the travel, then so be it.
There you go. Right.
Because that's the only thing you have to kind of watch out is the only 2 meditations. I'm only on 2 meditations, and that's my anti-rejection meditations. And I had to take 2 in the morning and 2 at night, and that's it. And even my doctors and other nurses are like, that's incredible.
Yeah. How long do you have to take them for?
Forever.
Just forever.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause until then,
Well, I didn't know if, you know.
No, yeah.
If it's a
Yeah, but until there's a genetic of research, until the
And
stem
depending-
cells
Ooh.
that can like
they really need to
fight that,
the stem
and
cells. They need to like
Up the game a little
Up the
bit
game.
here. Let's
Lift
go.
the band.
that
like,
can do like
so much.
yeah, and help people walk and like so many cool things, and
Yeah.
like the kidney cells too. Because I've been here's my thoughts like a kidney, if you take care of it well and everything, a transplanted kidney normally lasts between 20, 30 years, depending on, which is amazing. So,
Yeah.
and another, I'm thinking on the bit still, I'm thankful that it happened to me at this point in history and that it's doing good because in 10 years alone, there's already almost a portable microchip kidney that has live kidney cells, and then the blood flows through it to power it,
Whoa.
and that's like the filter process,
That's crazy.
and that's being done in Stanford University and other like universities,
Yeah.
and then there's like 2 or 3 other enhancement or like advancements in that part alone.
Really?
Besides the genetics and the cells.
That's awesome.
That is so cool.
It's weird to think like this. Do you walk around like you can? It's in my pocket.
I guess unless you're put in that scenario,
Yeah,
you
you
never,
don't
you
know.
know, you wouldn't
Yeah.
put any thought into it.
What's that?
So, of all the places you've been since you started the foundation, what's been the most, like, the coolest place you've seen so far?
Though, I would have to say like that this June, me and my friend Mitza, who's from Peru, and her husband was actually originally from England, but they met in Vermont, and they live in Peru, and she has also they both this, and he doesn't.
Okay.
And they met at a ski resort. So when I met them 3 or 4 years ago at the Arthur Postage Conference.
Okay.
And we stayed in touch. And we, a few years ago, were going to plan this trip. And this trip got delayed because I needed a new organ.
Right. Right. Hurdles.
Yeah. So we're like, I'm going to do it better. And then, so this June, we embarked on a 44-day road trip. We went from here to Maine, and then from Maine to Dallas, and then Dallas back to Ohio. But in between, like, stopped like 3 or 4 days in major cities and surrounding areas, and met over 70 families with ortholeptosis.
Really?
And we had a rental car, and we spray painted their hands and their feet on the car
That's
as
sweet.
we drove around.
That's cool.
And we also like interviewed like a family a day to share their unique perspective and their story for awareness.
Yeah, what their challenges
So
have been and stuff. Yeah.
That was the way that's been I've been able to do. Like, it's the
That has to pump you
All
up,
of
meeting
those.
those people, hearing their stories, you telling your story, and then, wow.
yeah, it's the energy transfer on
Yeah.
so many levels because we're able to show the newer parents that, hey, with the proper things and the right puts and the right help, like, your child can do great things too. And then the older adults that we meet too, we hear their stories about what their parents did and some of the things that maybe weren't right and the hardships that they had to deal with and
Yeah.
bullying experiences and all of these other factors. So it's a unique on all the factors.
Yeah. So many different levels. And you process all this, huh?
I know it's hard. Like, it was an emotional. Like,
Oh, I
it was-
imagine.
In Philadelphia, I think I sat on the side of the bed and just started laughing and crying, and it was like, what is going on? There's all of these synchronicities and
Yeah.
just really bizarre things happening.
Wow.
That's sweet. What would you say the average age of the people that you meet that are affected by it are? Are they a lot of younger people or more people your age or
A lot
older?
of younger people.
Yeah.
Like, no. Well, there's a medical conference.
Okay.
For ortholeptosis. In Prune Valley, there's only 1,500 people living in the United States with it.
That's,
So
yeah, you can't even have a
extremely
conference.
yeah, they do, and it's just it's rare, right? But
1,500. That number in America, that's such
yeah,
a
and
tiny...
2,000 around the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So,
Known, I mean.
Okay.
oh, okay.
But
Still.
but the chances of different hospitals and no one and survival rates and all that
True,
depending on where you're at in the world.
So a lot of younger people, though, is
Yeah.
what you come in contact with.
Yeah, yeah.
So then for you to touch the parents who are... They have to be emotionally
Oh,
just
yeah. And
drained.
you pointing, be like, all right, so this, point them in the right direction.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That has to be huge for them, too.
But, and then now with Facebook and the support groups and the other moms and
Being able to
and other
contact any
dads
time you
groups
want.
and
Yeah.
that's been a huge, because I was in the ground level of it when, like 10, 11 years ago, with the support group, with my own one-page AOL hometown site.
Yeah.
With a video that I did with a Jinky digital camera that I think I bought at CVS or something like that. And it had it in a one paragraph, and that's kind of how that started. So to see it come full, like, all this way,
Yeah.
To what it is now.
and to
who you
do
can...
also the posts and all of these more and more positive things than
Yeah.
competitive image.
The reach that it's built up, and wow,
That's sweet.
that's amazing.
What's the biggest size crowd you've ever spoken in front of?
It was like 1,500, 2,000 people
Okay.
at Suena's Hospital event in Chicago.
Okay.
Um,
Have you been involved with the Shriners?
Yeah.
For a
so
long,
that's
long
a whole
time,
nother
or-
part of the and I'll try and make it so but all of the hospitals and doctors around here, they, my mom and dad, absolutely no hope. They wanted to amputate my legs.
Shit.
And all of them at the time didn't really have knowledgeable orthopedic doctors. Children.
You said you were born in
my mom and dad.
'86, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to get myself
In a time frame.
in a time
Yeah.
frame. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Even in the medical world, you know.
Right, that's then. So my mom and dad found out about Suena's Hospital in Chicago. So my mom and dad, they had transportation for children to go to Chicago, Cincinnati, and Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So my mom and dad went on the bus for the first appointment. And they actually gave my mom and dad real solid hope, like many other parents that go to them on like their local hospitals around the country.
Right.
And they're like, we can straighten his legs out. We'll develop in time, develop it's really upset, we'll keep an eye on it. And if he needs it, we'll fix it.
That had to be such a relief on your parents, just
It
to have
was.
somebody like, "Oh no, we can do this, and they're like, well, "What?"
Well, yeah, like finally someone actually
Has
was
some
like-
answers, and
and had a whole care team around them. Like,
Yeah.
When
A
you're
plan.
here, we can
Yeah.
do this. And
Yeah.
then when I started walking translated, they were the only hospital and doctors that like, you're gonna keep doing that. Because if we try to do the hip replacement or like put your hips back and stop it, one, it's an invasive surgery.
Yeah.
Two, it might not work. Three, down the road, you have more arthritis.
Yeah.
And who knows the mobility that you have.
and if it's
So-
something that you're naturally starting to do, it's like you build those muscles up. Yeah,
So you were what, a year old at this
Oh,
point?
I was like 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
I think, when I started walking, but
Right.
we went to Suena's, I think, when I was like 2.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. See, like, for me, I never really had much knowledge of Shriners or
Me
what
neither.
they actually did. It's like they had the hats and they drove in little carts during
Right.
parades. That's the Shriners
Yeah.
in my world. Like, but
Yeah,
to
there's
know, like,
the impact.
The
There's
impact they
22
have.
hospitals.
that's
There's
amazing.
195 temples, I think, around the world. And they call them temples only because you had to be a Freemason to be at Suena.
Okay.
And back in the day, a group of Freemasons, if it's a doctor, a lawyer, an actor, a philanthropist, and someone else, like back in the early 1900s,
Okay.
went to the Middle East and fell in love with the allure and the people and the culture, and wanted to come back and bring that knowledge and that
Experience that.
experience and create another Masonic philanthropy made out of fun. And because when you're masonry is more about like charity, but more about the ritual work of like creating new masons.
Okay.
So they wanted to bring a fun part. So then that's how the Shrine organization started. And then it was in like 1920 or 1921 in their annual meeting. They're like, we are a huge organization that's spread out from coast to coast. We have a lot of money. We need to do something with this.
Yeah, it's time to act on it now.
Yeah,
Right.
so in 1923, they built the first Serenity Hospital in Shreveport, Louisiana, and it was to mostly at the time treat polio patients.
Oh,
And they
Oh,
said
that makes
free
sense.
of charge, like it would be fully funded,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
that was their initial mission. So
Huh.
now fast forward, there's 22 hospitals in Mexico City, Hawaii, and Montreal. And they have like $1 billion endowment fund to help support hospitals, but it costs like $1.5 million a day
Oh wow.
to run the 22 hospitals.
So that's why Shriners are always, doing
Like-
the charity events and
Yeah.
stuff like that, right? Because they got to
Tuesdays,
keep
that
funding to help
money.
people. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So yeah, they are really amazing, and like my story is just one of thousands. That
Yeah.
all the Shriners, they helped over 1 million patients. And
That's
in
really
the
fucking cool.
time.
In almost 100 years, huh?
Yeah,
Close.
yeah.
That'd
They're
be
only
cool,
getting
right?
bigger.
Yeah, they probably have some cool celebration for 100 years, right?
Yeah,
I would hope so.
yeah.
I would hope so.
But,
I would.
that's a long time to be helping people.
Yeah, it is. No kidding.
Like that's what I always think about as long term with my foundation, like to keep that growing long after I'm not here.
Right.
It's weird to think about, like, for the Shriners, like, how many lives they've changed for the better.
Yeah.
And with you starting your own foundation, it's like I can't imagine the feeling of just helping one person change. Like, oh no, you have a bunch of questions, we have answers, we have support groups, we have this, and just showing them that you're not alone in this and things will be all right.
But
And then seeing how they react and just like, oh, how would that make you feel? Like, how does that make you feel? That
I
Can you put it in words?
Can
I
you?
don't know. Yeah, I don't
Wow.
know. It's just I just always know like this is my purpose. Like, and I just tell people I'm just me being me, doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
that's
Like,
awesome.
and that's
Too bad more people don't think like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or find that, like,
Yeah.
what their purpose.
Yeah.
Have
Is.
that belief of, like, yeah, I'm helping people.
and it could be anything. Like
Yeah.
everyone has a purpose in something. For some, even if it's not helping people, it's
I think mine's breathing hot air. That's my purpose. Which makes this adventure perfect. That
well, it's I love it.
and growing hair.
There you go.
I'm pretty good at that.
Man.
Okay, so you've been all over. You've met thousands of people. Where to go next? What's next? What's on the horizon?
Oh well, well, yeah, I'll talk about that, and I'll talk about the foundation.
Yeah, whatever.
A nice little reminder.
You know what? I will too. I guess I can be more specific with my question. That would be because I just thought of another question. So you and your buddy Drew are the ones that started the foundation, correct?
Oh no.
No?
It's-
Okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, it's just me.
That was it?
actually, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I'll do the backstory of that.
Okay.
And then that will kind of lead into.
Okay.
So, like 7, 8 years ago, maybe 9, I had that light bulb idea where if my walk can help me and is helping me, maybe there's someone else in the world that I might be able to help. And at the time, that was my thought, but something hit me so profoundly at the time that it was undeniable that I had to do something about it. So then I created the AOL hometown page. I called it Projects of the Day. It wasn't a foundation then.
Right.
It
was just a
an
message.
idea. It was
Yeah.
a project.
Right.
And the internet was becoming bitter and bitter. And I literally went and I looked up orthopedic doctors throughout the country from children's hospitals, and I created like a database, and I emailed probably 300. Yeah, if not more. Just in the message, like, hey, put this in your mind.
Yeah.
So
I'm here.
Then, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a foundation, and it was just my walk can help. Maybe this walk can help someone else. That was all of this.
So it's so simple as just helping one person,
One
right?
person,
Yeah.
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 And so then I joined the Masons and I joined the Shriners, and I ended up getting an email because there was an article in the Shriners magazine about like what I was doing in the project and stuff. And the director of development at the time said, I would like you to come to Chicago because I want to talk to you about a few things. And I went out there on a Serena van with like some of the patrons that day, and he was like, you have an idea on a process to start a non-profit organization. And I'm like, oh, wow. All right.
You're like, oh, do I? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, what? But then he like gave me his forms and spent like an hour and a half talking to me about grants and different things a nonprofit can do, and just really like mentoring me at the
Right.
time.
Like the next step of your.
Yeah, of evolution.
yeah.
Like that was like, whoa. And so I went home and I met with, or I tried to like think like, okay, who can help me fill out the paperwork? What like lawyers do I might know? And so I started that process, and that took a while. Finally did it, and then that didn't go through. And then it came back, and we needed more information. They sent, and then that was getting tied up at time. Then it was too late. That delayed. That denied again.
Oh, jeez.
So it was like 3 or 4, and I'm like, okay. So then I just started doing these other projects, still raising awareness and things, until I finally met a person that was able to help me get my 501c3 within 3 months.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Yeah,
So then it
and
went like that.
so it went
Boom,
like
boom.
that. And I had all of that time to build relationships, build experience, build knowledge about things
Right.
to then finally have it.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, it wasn't supposed to be then because I was traveling for the Sereners, doing speaking engagements for like their ceremonials, like the inductees of new Sereners.
Okay.
As like a hospital patient, like this is what the hospitals.
Right.
had
This is
done
what they
and
did
are
for
doing
me.
for
And
me,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. That original meeting with the guy from the Shriners, did he already know you had previous been through the Shriners Hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and he
Because that
knew
would have
I
been
was
a
a
really wild
Shriner.
twist,
Yeah,
right?
if
If
he
he had
had
no
no
idea,
Yeah.
and he just reached out to you out of the blue, that would have been.
Like,
I'm like, you watching me?
So you said this was like 10 years ago?
yeah.
Roughly 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
9, 10 years. So then it evolved. So now fast forward later, I have my 501c3, and we agitate, promote, raise awareness, but then our hands-on programs, newborn care packages to new families that are young or younger that find needed of support groups. We send them a $100 Visa gift card and like care package items and take them to the hospital, or little toys for the siblings and coloring books and toothpaste and deodorant and
Yeah.
because my mom and dad were with me in the hospital.
Yeah,
for the first
they're pretty much
3-4
living there for
months.
yeah.
So it depends on the taste. So we do that to support that. I went up to Ford High School, and the Pole High program is like that was when I went through. I went through all regular ed classes, but then I had to go back there if I was sick or needed help or up to the time, and stuff like that. And so now I wanted to be able to do that. And there used to be educational field trips. And it used to really be really important to some of these kids because sometimes that would be the only opportunity they would get to get out. Or
Yeah.
if they don't have wheelchair accessible vans, which are ridiculously expensive, or wheelchair ramps, or many different factors.
Yeah.
Economic, everything. So that was because of the lack of funding, they took that out. So I'm in the process of being able to do one field trip last year, and I'm aiming to do more, like to be able to pay cover the buses and try and either get places to donate tickets and or pay for whatever admission fees. So
Oh,
that's
that'd be
one
cool.
thing. But our major thing that we've been able to do is there's the medical conference for the also the folks that support you, and it changes every year. And there's a registration fee like every conference. And we were able to pay the $50 registration fee. We've been able to do it 3 years in a row. The first year we donated $6,000 to cover, I think, 108 or 120 people. Then
That's
the
awesome.
year after, just a blessing. And then the year after, it was like 8,000 with like 160
Wow.
people. And then last year, and then this is like the tap or around,
Mm-hmm.
it was 200 people, and we were able to donate $10,000.
Wow.
That's the registration
to
fee.
the- to
Just for
cover
the conference.
for people with also they post this, not their families, siblings,
Right.
or
Right.
anybody else. That's just for people with AMC.
That's so cool.
So, and then also a kind of a backstory about the donations. Those donations have been able to come from, one was from Jimmy John, like the owner of Jimmy John's,
Really?
because they met him from Tid Rock.
Oh, okay.
And the other 2 donations have been from the Tid Rock Foundation. So that's how that's been able to be funded.
No kidding.
That's
That's
awesome.
so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So help save my hair, people.
Yeah.
Babe, could you hand me a beer, please?
Don't try it.
This is
It's actually
awesome.
not that bad. It's really not.
It's
We've
not.
had way worse
We
IPAs.
have, but really, Motorhead would not drink an IPA.
I don't know. He drank whiskey.
He drank whiskey.
That's what he drank.
That was not what I was anticipating. I'm kind of disappointed. I mean,
Don't rank it too high on Untapped, then. So, how did you meet Kid Rock?
That's another fun, interesting story. So, I always, like, my grandma actually helped me when I was younger a lot. With my mom and dad would go to work. So she would come over every day to help get me on the bus, off the bus.
Okay.
And we would, like, listen to music videos, and I always been a fan, and years ago, my grandma said, one day, you're going to meet him, and da-da-da-da, like, long before all of this. And
So, naturally, that thought was in the back of your head.
years ago,
well, Grandma said so.
Right? Right.
and then the synchronicity of how it all happened is beyond. So, like 4 or 5 years ago, I started really getting involved in like the Detroit music scene and meeting people that knew people, and
Yeah.
I ended up meeting everyone around, like his bodyguard, his brother, Billy, and many other people. And so he had all those concerts,
Yeah.
I think 4
Yeah.
or 5 years ago.
Yep.
And
It was like 10 shows in
Yeah.
11 days or
Yeah.
some crazy
Yeah.
that
number.
was the
Yep.
first time he
Yep.
did like something like that. And so that's what his charity of choice was that year. Oh, why not hospitals of children?
Okay.
So not only have you networked with like everyone around him, but now it's like, oh, he's going to donate to the Shriners.
Yeah.
All right.
And the thing was, they needed the Shriners to sell, like go around DTE
Mhm.
and sell CDs. And when you sell CD, you did a raffle ticket. And that raffle ticket entered you in to win an autographed guitar at the end of the night.
Yep.
Sweet.
I remember that.
And so the potentate, which is the leader at the time, was like, hey, would you, being a former patron, come out on stage and hold the guitar? I'm like, fuck yeah.
Sold.
Yeah. So first of all, I have my fez on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am backstage, and then I feel my life has been guided by moments of something have hit me and I have acted on it, and it's not, and I don't know what it is, but some sort of guidance, like
Mhm.
inner guidance, and something then hit me at that time, and I looked at the lady running the program in the potentate, and I said, "Hey, can I take the microphone front and like hype up the crowd and say, 'What's up, Detroit?'" And they kind of looked at me like weird, like, "Okay, I have control of it. I'll let you do it. See what happens."
Right.
And I went out there the first time. I took the microphone and I'm like, "What's up, Detroit?" And then everyone was like, "Yeah," and I go, "I can't hear you." I said, "What's up, Detroit?" And the place rocked, and the energy was incredible.
Yeah, that's like 40 or 50,000 people. Yeah.
And like rocking back at you, like direct. It was like really empowering.
Yeah.
And so I go out, like, that was amazing. People were selling CDs because the potentate was like, "This is Muddy CD, a former swine patient. The hospitals changed his life."
Yeah.
They were able to connect to all of that, which is amazing because that's all I want to do is use this to help benefit. And so the lady's like, "Can you come and do this every show?"
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Do I get free parking
Yeah.
at least?
And the did handicap that the like.
Oh, yeah.
And then I met with everyone and like met. So I like every day be backstage and like see some of the friends I already knew and met other people, and that 10 days was intense.
Yeah, no
So,
kidding.
At the end was his like rap party, and like every stayed, and his brother was like, "Hey," I'm talking, and I'm like, "Hey, do you think I can finally meet Bob?" He's like, "Wait, what? You haven't met him yet?" I'm
It's like, you've been here for 10
"No,
days. You
yeah."
haven't met him.
He's like, "Come on," and he took me back, and like it's been an honor to meet like a lot of celebrities before him the past like couple years.
Yeah.
But like I was innerly really excited and like really had a like not, and I wouldn't, but like fanboy. Which
Oh,
is,
yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
shit.
just years of building up to that moment.
Yeah.
So to
Yeah,
say.
for sure.
But it was perfect because I went in, and he's like, "Man, I've been watching you every day out there," and because he could see and hear
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
from his living room. Well, first of all, I'm like, "Hi, I'm Marty. Thank you for what you're doing for the joiners. I have also like folks this, and the joiners helped me. I walked what's later, briefly explained it. I thank you for that. But at the end, I looked at him and I go, "Yeah, I'm kind of like you. You'll never meet another motherfucker quite like me." And he jumped back like, "I want my picture with you. I want my picture with you." And then that's literally how the friendship started. And then that night, got invited to the after party at in Thotston at his restaurant out there. And then that to build more. So that's
That's
and
awesome.
It was
then
like
I've
5 or
been-
6 years ago, I think, when he first did them
Yeah,
shows. Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
And then I built a relationship. I spent the night at his house. I went to his Halloween party.
No shit.
Like it's been a close relationship.
That's
It's
awesome.
been- It's been awesome.
Had to be a crazy Halloween party.
Oh yeah,
What'd you dress up as?
I was Jesus. Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me leprechaun.
No, that time.
Every St. Patrick's Day, I'll run into you somewhere dressed
Yeah.
as a leprechaun. It's like clockwork.
It's awesome. I had definitely have fun with it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's how I've been able to fund like those programs, and now I'm in the process of now being fully healed, being back out to be able to like build more relationships, and because that's the only thing, having a nonprofit like truly dedicated for like a specific osteoporosis and Putin belly syndrome, because it's not like dogs. Yes, it's children with disabilities, but it's not like a hospital. It's not. So it's harder to fundraise in a way, like
When it's
on
more of
a
an
max
isolated-
level when, which, I mean, you jump the hurdles anyway, but like that's just the challenge of a
Spreading the
nonprofit,
awareness and
like,
wow.
so. But all that's building and changing and
Yeah.
As long as it's growing
yeah.
and the message
it's
is getting
growing.
further and further out, that's
Right.
Oh yeah, and then that will lead to what's next. So that's the nonprofit, and we've been able to do a lot of different. We've been able to take. Stephen Tullett donated 55 tickets like 4 years ago
For Lions?
for the Lions.
Nice.
And we were able to take like local people also like Lips in Boombilly and like the families to the game, which
that
was
had to be
cool.
huge for him.
Yeah, and then I
Did the
said-
Lions win?
I don't
I can tell you the odds on
I
that
know,
one.
me too. We still love you, Lions.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's been a really great past 4 or 5 years, and now we're only get better. Now
Right.
I'm fully healthy, and the 2 years away, I just kind of fully retreated and took a full step back, and even kind of this year, just getting my life back in order.
Right. Well, yeah, you had to take care of you
And-
first.
yeah.
You know, make sure you're still here
Right.
to spread that message. Absolutely.
So
Shit.
now, like this year, coming year, it's gonna be like amazing.
Yeah.
You got to be pretty antsy to get back out there too.
Yeah.
Like, all right, yeah,
I
it.
was, yeah. 'Cause, like, coming home from that June trip, it was like a weird mental, like, wow, everything's kind of slow. Everything.
You don't have a bunch of
Maybe-
stuff scheduled
yeah,
every
like-
single day.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I feel like I'm not doing a lot. Like,
Yeah.
man, that's been.
Am I being
what's
lazy?
going
Like,
on?
fuck.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking about it and like, whoa, hold on, you had a kidney transplant, you
kind of
went
a big
to
deal.
San Jose and Arizona, came home, had a month and a half, and went on the road for 40 days, then went to the conference. We ended at the Arcadia Ales conference. So we did the boat trip and then had to
Jeez.
be with 200 people that have been following the whole journey, and then all of that energy of people wanting to just
You
know
had to be
and hear.
wiped just going into that.
It was, we had like one day that we tried to like, but it was crazy. And
How
that-
long is the conference? Is it like a weekend thing or
like 3 days.
3 days?
4 days.
Okay. Is it always in? You said it's
You
in
said-
Chicago.
No, it spuds out. Like
Oh, that's
this-
right. You said it. It
It was
jumps
in
around.
Ohio last year, and then this year's going to be in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Well, that'll be better than Ohio.
So, yeah. Yeah, but, and so it being in Virginia, me and Meetstar and her husband are planning on doing that trip again, but we're going to do the West Coast. Like
Oh,
stuff
very
from here and though, like Montana, North Dakota, Washington, Oregon,
Okay.
California,
And then come back
and then
That'll be
we'll
a fun
drive all the way to the top
to Virginia. When is the conference?
July.
July. Okay.
So like
Good
we'll
time
do the
for
month
that.
of June and then
Okay.
That's awesome.
The beginning of July or end?
yeah,
Okay.
beginning of July.
Like around the 4th? or
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's really like the easiest and most inexpensive time for the Arcadia Ales conference because it's so hard for them to choose cities and hotels because of accessibility and accommodation issues.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really quite realize until I was talking with the planning team. Like they have a list of things that before they even enter a hotel, they have to see if they have available.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then if they don't have that, then they can't even approach.
They're off the list. Yeah.
Right.
And then if they have those, then but
Round
the
two.
doors, yeah, yeah. Right, then the doors are wide enough for
Oh yeah.
in a
Can the
room
elevators?
or in
Yeah.
the bathrooms and how many accessible bathrooms. and
Yeah.
all these little logistic things that you really think about.
Yeah.
Huh.
Unless you're setting up something kind of major like
Yeah.
that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
accommodating that many people, 200 is a lot of. That's a lot of
Yeah.
people. Shit.
And ultimately, like, it's 200 people also they vote lists, but it's really like 700 people
With their
total.
families, yeah, that's
Yeah.
you got to play that into effect.
Yeah,
Some families might need 2 rooms
Yeah.
because who knows.
but
Phew.
yeah, that's exciting. So that's what's ahead, and continuing with the programs and doing more and building more relationships and
That's awesome. I'm glad we get to be a part of it.
no,
Yeah.
and it's
Officially.
awesome.
Especially now knowing more about the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, you can ask me like any questions that you may have specifically.
I'm
Still taking in a lot of
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
The road trip thing, I think, is the most interesting.
yeah.
So when you did this last year or this year, 2018, right?
Yeah,
You did through the East Coast
Yeah.
through the month of June,
yeah,
and then you ended in Ohio
Yeah,
at the
right.
conference. And all the families you met, you had them spray paint
Either
their hand
hands or
on
feet.
the car.
yeah.
That's cool. You still have the car?
It was
A
it
rental.
was a rental car.
I hope they got insurance.
Well, it was Meet's husband and my mom and dad spent like 2.5 hours watching it off.
Oh, okay.
But they did. Yeah, so there was a watchable spray paint.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
it lasted through rain and everything for 40 days.
Wow.
So it just needed a little elbow in there
Yeah.
to wipe it clean. And that's the same plan this year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Do you already have a bunch of contacts on the West Coast?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. All the family. The support group in Facebook stuff. It's so massive, in a way, massive.
Oh, yeah.
It's so spread out.
You
It's not
can-
like you can.
Like there's like I think 4,000 members, and it's one also they post this group. So
Okay.
there's people like all over that we can like, hey, we're coming here, and they're like, yeah, we would love to meet. Da, 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 da. And
Awesome.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about the numbers that you're dealing with, right? The people that are affected by it. You hear something, you want to
Right,
get it. You want to
yeah.
get in touch with people that have been through it. Absolutely.
People you've been talking to probably for years and actually never met face to face. Now you'd be
Completely.
like, oh, there you are.
right.
That's cool stuff.
It's a large concept to get your mind around from like the outside perspective, and like that has to be so much work.
Yeah, the
That's-
logistics part but it just all kind of changed other with like me and Meetza and her husband all like had specific roles that we were working on, and like we would the Airbnbs or stay with families or like, and we just kind of had a tentative route and just kind of went from there, and things change on the daily.
Yeah, right. Like being on
Yeah.
tour or something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And it was just the 3 of you?
Just to feel it, yeah. Yeah, and then that's what we'll do. And then those same people that they live in Peru, and I'm gonna go to Peru that end of January. Let's stay with them. They stay with me, now it's the time for me to go there.
Awesome.
That's going to be exciting. Peru.
And it'd be-
Man, take a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'd like to see those.
Well, it's gonna be.
Pictures. Which platform on social media do you use like the most? Do you get the most
Interaction with
Facebook.
interaction?
I'd say
Facebook?
Facebook,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Like more people, it depends on people, but like for me, I need to. Instagram, I use it, but I don't use it enough. So
Well,
I'd say.
Yeah.
Not enough, but you know what I mean.
You're only
Yeah.
one man.
Yeah.
Start hiring a staff.
Well, hey, anything we can share,
Yeah.
anything we can tag, we will 100%. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I appreciate everything. And then, yeah, I drive. Well, speaking of cars, I don't drive with my feet. I drive with my hands. So I have the hand controls.
Oh, cool.
So let's steering wheel,
Mm.
and then here's literally like a lever, and I pull this lever down, and there's the metal bar that hits the dash, and I put it forward, and then another metal bar hits the brake. And
Whoa.
it's just a simple mechanical push that's done.
Huh.
How long did it take to learn that?
I had like 8 or 7 or 8 like personal like 1-on-1 hour lessons.
Okay.
And then just the normal time, like everyone drove with
Right. Just getting out there and
the
okay.
hours, and then so then I didn't know any different, So
It's
that
just-
was
yeah.
just the way I learned how
Oh, yeah.
people learn how to
I will admit to you, the first time I met you, when I saw you get out of the driver's seat of a car, I was like, "What is going on?" I'll say that, man. I was like,
Yes.
"Whoa!"
That's amazing. I love that.
But then after 3 minutes of talking to you, I was like, "I get it. I get what's going on here for sure."
Well, and that's the point, like, because when people like, they think one thing and then you start talking. And
Oh, yeah.
that's always been my way of overcoming the stigma of having a disability.
Mm-hmm.
Is, well, it's still called stigma, is I always talk to people first. I was always like, hey, how are you? Like, what's going on? Because
You are the icebreaker.
yeah.
yeah, for
Well, 'cause
sure.
I realized when I was younger that's how it had to be, because if I were you or anybody, especially kids, I understood, like, oh, wow, that's weird, but it's about like that, what's going on? Like, I'm curious, it's human nature. Do I talk to them? Do I don't? Do I make them feel bad? All of these things, if you're going through anybody's head at anybody's time.
Yeah.
Then I realized that, so I'm like, all right, I'll cut that out right away.
Right.
And then people are like, oh, okay, you're just like me and just like you, we can have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of the time, depending on the situation and who it was, I just quickly told people why I walk the way I walk. And then it was like, oh, okay, then people don't even like
Just kind of get it
realize
out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then it was like, here I actually told them to tap.
Yeah.
So that's always been my way of...
Yeah, you didn't have to hop that first wall. You just broke it right down. You were like, "Screw it, right? I'm gonna put it out on the
Yeah.
table." And yeah, I'm sure that was a good, I'm not say defense mechanism, but a way just to
No,
deal with
yeah,
what you were
but
going
yeah.
through. I mean, you've been dealing with this since birth, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this has
yeah.
been just the way you know
it
life.
is,
Yeah. You handle it with grace, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So one more thing we need to do real quick is the beer of the week. We went with Road Crew from Arcadia Brewing Company. It's a Motorhead themed beer.
Nothing wrong with that.
This American IPA will sit around 6.2 ABV. A crushable hop-forward India Pale Ale with attitude that showcases a floral and citrusy hop character with just the right amount of malt sweetness. Road Crew beer is perfect for all rock beer and hop heads and goes down especially well whilst listening to Motorhead at a wonderfully obscene, lawn-killing volume.
It's a good description.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Accurate description for the most part.
I've actually seen it in the stores a couple times. I was like, yeah, it's about time we get this one. So,
I was just surprised that they went with the IPA instead of like, I don't know.
well, much like last week, I found myself at Meijer.
Yes.
And I was going through the 5 or 6 beers they have that we haven't tried, and they didn't really have a whole lot of winter lager brown beers.
Well, no, I'm just saying like a Motorhead beer. I wouldn't go, that's clearly going to be an IPA.
Oh, yeah, no, I would have thought it tasted like Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
That would have been my guess. But
Bourbon barrel something. or
yeah,
like
yeah.
Something with a little more kick to it, not like a IPA. I was not. That threw me off on the first drink because I didn't read the label. I admired the pictures.
Yeah.
It's well put together.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, sold. Then I took a drink and I was like, abort.
I muscled through a couple of them. It was tasty.
I mean, it's good beer. It's just like when you got your like mindset, like, I'm going to have chocolate milk. And then you take a drink and you're like, oh,
Eggnog.
lemonade. Here you go. You're like, that's not what I was prepared for.
Well, either way,
Either way.
it's just another Michigan beer we've sampled on the show.
That's right.
There's so
and there's
many.
been a lot of breweries in Michigan pop up, haven't they? Like a
Oh,
lot
we're one of the
recently.
biggest markets right now.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
1 or 2, I think.
Yeah, I think second place.
Us in Colorado might be.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's really cool.
And a lot of them are starting from Michigan are slowly moving, like expanding out to. I know Founders is moving out to Colorado as well,
Wow, this
building the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
gotta
quite
be
a few
huge.
up north.
Yeah,
That's where a lot of them are coming out of. Traverse City
Traverse
area.
City is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's cool.
So if you're ever around Traverse City, you have some options.
Right.
Are you cool to drink with the transplant? Is that something that's
Well,
like? Does it
yeah,
affect
I
it?
mean, people 10 and you 10, like, I just kind of chose, like, I didn't have a little bit of, like, I emailed my doctor and like, hey, tonight, every now and then have some wine.
Right.
And he's like, yeah.
With dinner or
So
something. Yeah,
I
okay.
asked about wine and I asked about beer. I'm not really a big beer person anyway when I was.
Right.
But, like, no more mixed drinks. I used to love having a Coke.
Oh,
Like, that was my to-do to drink.
that'll get you in trouble there.
I used to drink a lot of them at different events, every event, all sorts of events.
Yeah.
So, so that's been like a little of a adjustment at first, but not like a bad one, because it's not like I drink, but that was a big part of my life, like going to all of these different events, all of these, and having a drink here and having a drink there.
Absolutely.
But it's not a bad transition to them still doing everything I was before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But
like you said, it's just one of them things, right? You got to deal with, so you deal with
right.
it. Yeah.
And my health, I want to make that number one.
Oh, absolutely.
Keep that going. And
Yeah, for sure.
But it was halfway through the trip in June that everything was like so amazing and emotional. I emailed my doctor and I'm like, all right, hey, I'm going to New Orleans. Can I have a glass of wine with you? And he's like, yeah, enjoy the wine. So in New
Sweet.
Orleans, I had my first glass of drink I had in a year and a half, 2 years.
Really?
Did it hit you pretty hard, or?
Oh yeah, it was like, there's a video of me like dancing down Bourbon Street. It was fun.
Awesome. You get to take all that footage, right, and put it together, and
Yeah.
that's you, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. You get to see all these places.
So, that remind your conversation of alcohol just kind of started a memory. I seen something the other day that blew my mind, and I don't know if I would try. I would probably try it. There's a company that produces a alcoholic beverage that's a mix of vodka and tequila in a
Oof.
bottle.
No, thank you.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm curious. I would try it just to see, because I've had them separately. I've never I've had too much common sense to go, hey, what if I put those two together?
Just dump those two in the
Yep.
same shot glass and let's have a party. No, thank you.
Thank you. Long Island lights tea used to really mess me up. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
imagine. Whoa. And I only weighed 60 pounds. I'm a healthy 60 pounds, but I only weighed 60 pounds. So I always
first
used to tell
drink.
people, like, my kidney, because I was only born with one kidney anyway.
No.
Like, though I had two, but only one was active for
Oh,
my 31
wow.
years of life. So I always told people that my other kidney held all my alcohol.
Oh, that's funny. It's good, man. You got such a great sense of humor about life.
Yeah.
You know, just
Very positive.
enjoying
person.
it. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I do. Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
It's hard to find, man. So hopefully
Yeah.
it'll ignite some more people into being a little more positive on a daily basis, you know?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, then I mean, I came across a lot more that's than people realize. Like, cause all the travels that I went to, like, them people help. Then there's still a lot of the people out there. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
I think everything with our media and social media just gets overpowered.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
I
people
would say,
see,
yeah.
and then there's so much other like reality that's happening that like people I think forget and get lost in like
Until they
all of
actually
the other
are there to interact with somebody
With
else
it
with
and
the
Yeah.
positive.
and all that. So
Yeah, when the real life steps in your face.
it's
You know?
like a lot more that really happening. I
Mhm.
believe than
It's not even just that a lot of people that rely on social media, but they live by it.
Yeah.
And they got to take
Yeah.
a step back sometimes
Yeah.
and, you know, absorb some real life.
Right.
Yeah. Well, hey, I can't think of a better place to end the show, right?
I agree.
That sounds like a good spot right there.
uh,
Oh, before we go, yeah, we have to do that real quick. I always forget one thing or another. It's never ending. We have a best Christmas movie bracket going on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and
Patreon too.
Patreon. If you play along with that, I'm trying to see when you're listening to this show, you're probably going to have about a day to go vote in round 2 before they close. So, some of the key matchups here: Die Hard against Home Alone.
That's a pretty big one. I think
I think Home Alone's going to take it.
I do
myself,
too.
But
So-
you know, we'll see. Lethal Weapon got the Polar Express.
That'll be a tough one. I think
gonna
Polar
be another
Express
one.
might pull that off.
Elf against the Christmas Story. That's probably going to be the toughest one of the
Yeah.
whole thing right there because everybody loves Elf because of
Everyone-
Will Ferrell,
Yeah,
right?
And
A
everyone
great
loves
movie.
A Christmas Story.
That's the flat that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas Story is the only movie I know that plays 24 hours in a row one day.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that for any other movie, right?
I think there's one more, but I can't. Think the Independent Film Channel does it. Or shit. Yep. No.
Yep.
Keep
Lost.
Keep going.
Scrooged muscled through the first round and got Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas in the second round. That's going to be interesting.
I think Scrooge has the power to overcome Harold and Kumar's 3D Christmas.
Hopefully all our Bill Murray fans out there will vote for it.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
was sad to see Dutch go so quickly.
I know, that was rough. We were so excited about that movie.
I know.
We remembered Dutch. Have you ever seen the movie Dutch? No, Ed
That's
O'Neill. It's from, early 90s, mid-90s, somewhere in there.
Yeah. 93.
It's a funny movie,
94.
for its time. And we thought of this movie at the last second. Was like, we got to put this movie in there. It screams Christmas.
Everyone's going to love it.
Wiped out.
Apparently, Tony Vasek is the only other person that was like, fuck yeah, Dutch.
Right.
Well, your mom, too. She.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't comment on it, but I'm
I
a
voted
huge
for it.
fan. So go over, please, listeners, go over to Facebook and Twitter and follow along with our best Christmas movie poll.
Yeah.
We got to pick a winner here right before the holiday shows up. I call it the holiday. I don't know why.
holiday.
Yeah. This is like the ultimate holiday, right? This is the one.
It's probably the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so many different going on.
Yeah. You got big plans for Christmas?
Just the family stuff.
Just family
You
stuff?
know.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
That's cool.
just
Mhm.
mom,
That's all you
dad,
need.
mom.
Just muscle through it. That's what we got to do.
Spend time with the family. Watch A Christmas Story.
Yep. Come out the other end. That's what we got to do.
But, no, and your afro.
And my afro. I hope we can get there.
Yeah,
You said we're up to 30,
30, yeah.
right?
30.
Okay.
and just so people know, Leighton might go directly to
However, you
Yeah,
got to
that's
get
it.
this. That's the cash I've collected.
amazing.
So
Awesome.
Amazing.
I don't know how you got to put it
Yeah,
towards,
yeah.
but you take care of that. So
Perfect.
that'll
Yeah.
get us a little closer to the goal.
Amazing.
I think there's 105 in there.
That's amazing.
Bam.
So-
wow, that's amazing.
We're about halfway to the goal here
That's
before.
so awesome.
What do we have? 20 some days? 25 days?
20-some
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
Oh,
From the
yeah.
recording of this 25.
And then
days.
just
Yeah.
so people know, like that link goes directly to the project listed account. Like I know it looks a little beyond, but it's because of the United Charitable Program.
Yeah.
It's just the way we have to do things.
Yes.
Okay.
But like it's
Yeah.
just the Tia online donation link. I get the emails right away
Yes.
when the
Sweet.
donation comes in. and-
Yes. Everything's
Yeah.
on the up and up. Everything's
Yeah. You can
legit.
get your tax deduction
Yes.
for it, so.
And you've heard the whole show where the money goes
Right,
towards
what
and
they do.
stuff. So
Yeah.
absolutely, it'll go towards July, right? That's where
Yeah,
we're aiming
and-
for,
yeah.
right? To make sure everybody gets where they got to be. And
Yeah.
so I'm glad we can help.
It's
I'm looking forward to it. I've been flip flopping on whether I want to keep the hair. At the current moment, I want to keep it, but
Depends on the
We'll see what
weather.
happens.
it does.
Well,
Right?
and it's awesome because actually then I'm just finding out about two newborns. One with also the postlets and one with Pumbali. So I'll be able to use that 100 for the Visa dip card
Awesome.
to put in the Tampa package. So
Awesome.
I'll let you guys know which one and which family and stuff. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's cool.
If anything on the social media, if you want us,
Yeah.
we'll tag you. You
Yeah,
tag us.
but
We'll
then as soon as I make contact with them and let them know everything's all good, then I'll
awesome.
connect that.
Hopefully, we can hit this goal.
Yeah.
Because if we hit the 250 by New Year's Day,
It
then I'm going to
extends.
keep it until March 1st. And then from New Year's Day till March 1st, we're going to try to raise some more.
That's
And then I'll
amazing.
keep going another 2 months. And who knows, man? It could be next December. I could have hair out to here. We'll see.
That's
Oh, that'd be
We'll see.
crazy.
But when we do finally cut it, I'm going to donate that to the kids
Yeah.
with cancer, the
Yeah.
wigs or whatever
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
do. I don't know which company to go through. I have to do
We're
a
still
little
doing research on
that.
that.
Yeah,
Figure out
there's
which
a
is.
few that you don't want to. and
Yeah, they
some,
charge.
Yeah. They
That's
charge
so-
the insurance of the
that's
kids
so
for the
crazy.
wigs.
Yeah, so definitely do your homework. That's my hippie is thinking about doing the same thing. Like,
Oh, is he?
He's growing his hair out long, not a fro, but long.
Right.
To be able to do that. So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
The only thing I was told is that it has to be a certain length from
yeah.
where they cut it from the head. So hopefully
I
we
think
can.
you got that covered.
We're getting close. I'm like 7 inches when you know straighten it all out. So we'll see.
Yeah,
That is also one request I had, as long as it doesn't mess with the hair donation thing, is if we do not reach the goal and he does have to cut it, I've requested that he straightens it first.
Which I'll do. I'll
That-
do it because it'll be fun
that
for
would
everybody
be
else.
great. Yeah.
Because I think that'd be something to see.
Yeah. But when I do finally cut it,
Yes.
we'll hook up.
Yeah.
You come meet me down at whatever salon. That way, you know, we'll have some fun
Yeah.
cutting it or shaving it or whatever we do. You know,
That
that'd be
would
cool.
amazing.
Hopefully,
keep 'em
everybody
all off for a
listening
little
will, you know, throw a couple dollars
Yeah.
towards the foundation and help me keep the hair a little longer. But
Yeah.
It goes to really good causes.
Yeah, just
Yes.
everything helps, and every dollar like those, like it's at $100, that's an adult to a card that
that's
will go directly to a family.
that's
So,
one more thing you got a check mark next to right there,
it's,
which I'm glad we could be a part of.
It's-
Man, that
Very
makes me
much.
feel good.
Yeah.
It's,
So we want to thank you for coming by, man. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it, and hopefully everybody will hear this. You know, raise some more awareness,
Share
some
the
more
hell out of
traffic.
it.
Yeah, please share this
yeah.
with
And if you
everybody.
know of a family or a family friend or anyone after they post it, the Poon Belly, like connect, then let's just keep finding more and more people out there.
Yeah,
'Cause
let's
it's
let's
like
network
stuff
together.
Like this
Help them
that
out, yeah.
helps on a ground level.
Yep,
That really dips everything up there.
cool.
So it's much appreciated. So much.
Yes, excellent. Episode 57.
Bam.
I feel really good.
Boom.
I do too.
Sucks I got to work tonight, but I'll take it.
That does suck.
But I'll cheers to that. So
Yeah.
I'm missing my lip.
Well, it's all that beard.
I got my bib. My bib caught it. Don't
That's
worry.
right. I hate that. Like I'll be walking around, somebody be like, "So you got a little?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Oh, there's more.
Oh,
All
how
right.
long's that deviled egg been in there?
Huh. All right. Good to know. I look like an asshole for the last 20 minutes. All right.
There's no mirrors where you're at.
I never really look. Just like,
Okay.
all right, we're good. We're good. Let's
I
go.
know what I look like. I don't need a mirror.
And you can't really feel like there's something just chilling in your beard. Just
No.
it's like you can eat the rest of that Pop Tart. The fuck do you know I had a Pop Tart? You got half it on your chin. Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will say. What were we going to say?
See you next time.
We will see you next time. That's what I meant to say there.
You blanked out there for a minute.
Sorry.
Thinking about that Pop Tart. I know it's fun.
Pop Tarts. Yeah, the whole night.
It's a lot to take in.
Hmm.
Check us back for episode 58.
Coming at you soon.
Just
Marty,
for you.
thanks again, sir.
Yeah, no,
Thank you very much for coming.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And have fun in Peru.
Yeah.
Oh, big
Take some
time.
pictures.
Yeah.
Can't wait
So
to see
definitely
it.
be in touch and videos and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Have to come back and tell some stories.
And that's Project Scissorgate Foundation, right, on Facebook.
Yeah.
And,
It's the website.org,
.org. Okay.
Website. We're working on some updates that hopefully will be done by the end of the year.
Sweet. Cool. Good stuff, man.